Hello, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. We're gonna have another shave today, and today is a special one because the other day, you remember, I remember stumbling over my words here. I wanted to buy one of my dreams, which is, of course, the puck and the little cup from Old Spice. And sadly, we couldn't agree on a sale, so I was kind of bummed out. And what happened was I was already eyeing an object on the internet, and I was like, well, I'm gonna see how much the guy wants. And I thought it was a lady actually selling stuff, but eventually it was a guy. So it doesn't really matter to me because I liked it. And it's probably the oldest razor I am currently have. So without further ado, I'm going to show you something, which I'm very how can I say it? I'm very fortunate to have because it is kind of a thingy for me when it's vintage and it's nice and it haven't been used a lot and stuff, and it has all the parts. And this one, I don't know what to say. I'm just stoked. I'm really stoked. And well, here it comes. Look at that. First, I thought the box was a lot bigger, but yeah, didn't really mind. But the guy sent it out to me, and he already said, "Yeah, I'm gonna put it in an envelope." And well, I was like, "Well, that's kind of impressive if you can put that in an envelope," because I thought it was a little bit thicker. So, but the eye was, I don't know, tricked, I guess. But it doesn't really matter because it's what's inside, right? So this I saw on the internet, but I didn't see the box. Well, I saw the box, but not like this. What's this? Now I'm gonna hold it, and I'm not gonna show it yet. But as you can see, it's the new Gillette, and it's a new Gillette from I believe the patent was from the 1920s, but it was made in the 1930s, as far as I can see, and try to figure out, because I did a little bit of research, not me though, I went on the internet and I found, the date schedule from the Razor Emporium. So if you don't know him, it's Matt from the Razor Emporium who's got this all written down, and it's beautiful. Go to the website, or razoremporium.com. So I'm not gonna put it down because I always forget, and I'm just gonna say it. Shout out to him because he is excellent, and he's much more schooled and educated about these, vintage stuff. And I learn a lot from him, also other people, but honor to the man who he's. We say honor to give honor to the one who how do you say that? He's I don't know who is, I don't know. I can't really explain. There's he gets the credit. But I didn't show you yet. But this I thought it was already amazing. The little booklet with the explanation and how to use it. There's where it's made, and I thought that was amazing. I'm touching it with my hands now, but I'd rather not, because I'm crazy like that. I like history and stuff, and then there are like several languages. There is English, of course. And then there is, how can I say, there is French, Italian, there is even Spanish, German, Portuguese, Swedish, and Russian. Can you imagine? 1930s, and it was Russian. This is an American brand. You must understand. And there's a little, little explanations and drawings, and I thought it was amazing. Seriously, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. Look at that. How to shave. Can you see that? How to use the razor, how to get the clogs out and the soap and everything, how to clean it. And I'm really stoked. And then at the end, there is this, I'll show you also in Russian. Look at that. Any guys who read Russian or come from Russia, they can use this little book. I don't know if it sorry guys, I can't get it. And here's the factory in Boston, the office and factory by Mr. King C. Gillette. See that? I thought it was amazing. It is American made. I'm gonna leave that here because I don't want to get it wet. And then it was presented like this. And let me take this because there's a little thingy in it and it wasn't in there. So I'm going to show you how it was presented to me on the internet. I'm hoping not to drop anything. It was like that. Can you see that? It's an open comb. And I do believe the design itself, it's from the 1930s. But if you look at the handle, I don't know if you can see this. And I'm sorry if you can, but I read it right here. Let me see if I can get this focused. The little scribbling right here, the writing, it says patent 1920. So, well, that's amazing to me. And then there is this. But like I said, because the Razor Emporium has this the schedule for all the when all the razors were made, there is no date code on it, as you can see. Nowhere to be found. It just says, here it says, made in the USA, Gillette. It says it here. And here it just says, actually nothing. There's nothing on it, on the cap. Then there's also, I love this. I've been looking for this for a long time. I still want the other ones that cover, like you have it like this and you have the cover that comes like that and cover it like, there are two on the internet. I want to buy them, but the guy, he doesn't react. And I think he got mad because I didn't want to put a bid on it. And he said, well, you have to put a bid on the internet. And I was like, well, I'm not going to put a bid on it. Just tell me what you want for it. This is my offer, and he wanted me to bid on the item itself, but just tell me what price you need, and if it's reasonable what I'm offering, but I'm not going to put my name on something to to push the price to other people or something. I'm an honest guy, and guys and girls, don't get me wrong. I am not made out of money because you see me buying these things and everything, but honestly, I sell stuff, and when I sell something, I will buy something. So don't think this guy is made out of money, because I'm not. I have to pay everything out of my own pocket. I have no sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor, call me. But like I said, I'm just a regular guy who goes around on the internet and try to find these antiques because it's almost 100 years old. Can you imagine my grandfather? And I'm thinking maybe 14 years ago, so that's 14. He should have been around. If he was still alive today, I think he would have been like 105, maybe 106 years old. And he was around when this was made, my grandfather. And he died like 14, 15 years ago. And maybe a little bit longer, but he died when he was 91. This item now is 92 years old. Can you imagine? 92. So I think he died when he was around 91, 92, something like that. He was as old as my grandfather. So can you imagine 15 years ago, my grandfather could have seen this. I understand he could have, but he was in the same time frame as this article here, and it just blows my mind. I get very excited. I'm sorry. I'm crazy about history and especially antiques, and I'm not an antique guy, but these kinds of things like razors and just tools and I don't know. It just gives me a kick. I know I'm crazy, but yeah. Well, I'm talking about history here. Come on, it's a shaving channel, and of course, it's a shaving item. We're gonna shave. I didn't shave because I was eyeing it, and I thought, oh, this would be great to have, in my collection, and now I've got it. And like I said, I'm not made out of money, guys. So I'm gonna put a King C Gillette. It's a brand new one in it to shave today, and I'm gonna show you for people who have never seen this. You have the cap. You put on, like that, your razor, and there's a little slit there. I hope you can see. You see that? It comes out. It has no what you call it, the little pins that hold it together. It only has like a slide, and I tested it. I didn't shave with it yet. It's my first shave today. And I thought this was made amazing. Look at that. Look at that. What do you think? That's just amazing. I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. And the guard, it is. You see those combs? Straight as can be. I think once it was, and I'm not sure, I think it was kind of gold plated, maybe copper plated, but I'm not sure. I think it's brass. That's what I think. It has been used a little bit, but I think, and I'm not sure, I think somebody wanted to clean it, and there's a little bit, you see that at the end? Somebody messed it up a little bit. I don't know what they did, but they started, and I thought, oh, better stop. And you got this. Like I said, you put this on, and then you put the other one, the comb, the tray, you put it on like that, and it falls together. Look at that. See that? It's just, I'm excited. I'm really excited. And actually, the ad said the patent was 100 years ago, so I assumed it was 100 years old. That was my bad, because, like I said, I think the patent is from the 1920s, but it was actually made in the 1930s. So actually 1930, the booklet itself, the description, how to use and everything, it says 1930. So, and like I said, the Razor Emporium gave me the knowledge that this design and the engineering comes from the 1930. So, well, something I learned. You have to learn to know. I'm gonna heat it up a little bit. I have my cup there, my trusty old mug. So, and then I'm gonna use my German Mühle, which means, you know what it means. Something I don't understand. A German that has a windmill? So, but anything is possible. There are windmills in Spain, as you know from Don Quixote. If you know that book. He was a madman. Today I feel a little bit, I don't know, nostalgic. I'm using my French soap. You've seen this before. I forgot the name though. It says antique. Oh no, authentic. It says authentic on it. And I forgot the name. Sorry guys. But it's a nice soap. I've been using it for a while. And today I just put some, scrape out, because it's a soft soap. I scraped it out and put it in the bowl. And because I'm talking too much, my bowl is getting cold. I wanted to have a warm, soapy experience. Let's do the face. Sorry, I've been already babbling for 16 minutes. I haven't told you. Why is he not shaving? Sorry, guys. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I wasn't expecting to be so, I don't know, excited. That's a nice ladder. You can see with my new bowl. Again, I'm not made out of money, guys. I have to buy everything out of my own pocket, and my wife says, "You bought another thing, dude." So, she doesn't talk like that though. But she knows I have a hobby, and it's a hobby, guys. Come on. I know it's grooming, but how can you say grooming is a hobby? I mean, people go to the sauna, it's grooming, kinda. You know, they go to the spa and they have their face done and they lay in mud. I don't think I would lie in mud, though. To each his own, of course. But that's not my thing. I'd rather do this. This is funny and interesting. And like I said, and guys, I must say, this, I need to show you again. This is just amazing. Look at that. You put your little razors in there, and just a little travel kit. And the other one, the guy doesn't react anymore because I made him mad. I think I made him mad, but I just said, I'm not gonna put a bid on it. So he was kind of insulted. Sorry. But yeah, like I said, I'm not made out of money. I don't want to pump up the price because somebody, oh goodness, make a noise, wants to pump up the price in a certain way, which I don't agree with. So it smells really nice. A very gentle, soft soap. Mild. But today the pièce de résistance is my razor. I'm really stoked about it. I've seen some more stuff on the internet, but I'm gonna try not to buy them. Unless I sell something again, then I would maybe consider it. It's almost my birthday. Maybe I can ask something for my birthday. Like I said the other day, my wife was so sweet. She bought me a new bag for my work. I'm part-time self-employed, so and I need it in the bag. And said it a couple of times and said, "Oh, I found one." Very sweet. All right, guys. I've never used it. I'm so excited. And like I said the other day, I was with the mono build from Cooper. He had also the comb, the open comb, and I was kind of dreading it a little bit. But oh, that's a nice razor, man. That nothing to be ashamed about. It is awesome. I wasn't expecting that at all, at all. Look at that. It's almost goldy-like. It's not gold. It looks more like a reddish copper. It's beautiful, though. I think it's beautiful. All right, Fritz Bass. Let's try this. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. This is a nice, nice razor. It's supposed to be a little bit more aggressive, I guess, if you know, you're not used to shaving with this. It has a nice weight to it, and wow, amazing. I believe this is kind of all right. Sorry, guys. I was keeping the water running. Got the hiccups. It seems very aggressive, but it's not at all. Wow. Oh, guys, this is amazing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is just. Can you imagine almost 100 years ago, a guy buying this, and this was expensive. I understand that, and I'm not sure if this is the same one though, that the president of the United States, Kennedy, JF Kennedy, he had a one, and he left it in the UK. I believe his father bought it for him, and I'm not sure because I'm just the information I have. And they found it not too long ago, and they sold it. It had his initials and everything. And I understand that it was a very, very expensive one. Also a travel kit. And what I understand is that they sold it for I think it was like, and I'm not sure. I think it was $10 or even more. But what I understand is that the value of what they sold it for nowadays, the same value would have been the equivalent of $1,000 for a razor. Dude, that's insane. To buy a razor with the equivalent of $1,000. I mean, they were rich, and I understand his father or grandfather. I can't remember. I believe it was his father who made money on booze, selling alcohol. I believe. and I'm not sure if he was a bar owner or he was actually making liquor himself. But I do believe, well, I know he was selling alcohol. That's how they made their wealth, what I understand. And they were, I don't know, because of the wealth they had, they could have been, they were selected as senators and stuff, and they were wealthy people. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of my mustache because look at that, it's way too long. You see that? So I'm gonna use my new comb. Well, they were rich. If a father could buy a razor for the equivalent of $1,000 at today's money, then you're rich. You have money. I think if I would have done that, I think I would have a big fight. If you're looking for the first time, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying this, and if you like it, you don't have to, but it would be much appreciated if you give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, you can share it with a buddy or a girlfriend. You can also put a notification bell. And if you really like it, you can subscribe. Wow, this is an amazing shave. The other day I did this without soap. Don't do that. I had razor burn on my lip. It wasn't too bad though, but still. No soap is asking for problems. Oh. Wow, it took a little bit longer than usual. Sorry guys, I'm rambling. I'm so excited. This is truly an amazing shave. And I'm not kidding. If you would go like that, of course, if you go like that, you can feel it still. There are some whiskers that you still feel. But if you go down like this is just amazing. I'm very excited about this razor. Almost 100 years old, 92 years old, and it looks brand new, like it never been touched. Well, it has been touched, and silly person tried to clean it with a steel brush or whatever. But it looks very nice. It's nice to shave with. This is what I was talking about in my other clips, my other videos, that it's 92 years old. I have my sports car. It's a Gillette. And it's the new Gillette. use it because it's just an awesome idea. Just an awesome idea. Oh, look at that. And the King C Gillette does very well. Very, very well. I was not expecting this, guys. And the trick is not to push because, like I said before, and I'm like I said, I'm a broken record on that. Don't push on your skin. Just let it glide. Just let it glide like that, and you won't cut yourself. This is just, oh, I can't explain this. I believe only people who are into wet shaving can understand what I'm saying. How insane a shave can be with something like this. Like I said, it's a vintage. It's old. It's almost antique. Some people would consider this already antique. But I believe it's antique when it's 100 years old. I'm not sure. It depends, I guess, on the item. There are some things you could not find again. This though, I am so much impressed. Wow. And it's because it's an open comb, like I said, I was not expecting this. Again, with the Cooper, I had the exact same idea, and I was so much surprised that with an open comb, it's such a mild shave, and I'm just blown away by it. I don't know. It's something unusual to see that. Like if I would, use other like this one, I'll show you the difference. This is the Wilkerson I bought in Germany. That is a lot, but I mean a lot more aggressive than this. And still this does the work. It's insane. I mean, hence the name Safety Razor. Come on, guys. But still, a very impressive build, engineering. And 100 years ago, and they made it for a couple of bucks. Of course, like I said, it was the equivalent of a lot of money. And I'm not sure if this is like they would call the aristocrat among them. I don't know, because most of the times when it's gold plated or in this way, I understand a lot of times they call it the aristocrat. I have to dig into that. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. And again, your face is just so smooth. And I must say, I've done this a couple of times with the vintage razors I have, and I also did it with the Cooper I have. Like a Monday, I believe I used, what did I use? I can't remember. Sorry guys, I forgot. I was so surprised. I'm making a mess. And that, like usually I would, shave myself every other day, right? with this, every other day, I'm still wondering, do I need a shave? I mean, I don't have a lot of whiskers. I don't. But it is so well done. Like I would shave in the evening, and like 1.5 days later, I'm still touching my face and I'm thinking, that's insane. It's insane. Oh, I'm making a mess. You see that? All right, guys. This is just a dream. Guys, if you have the chance and you can get a good deal, you can buy one of these. I would recommend it. Or do like me, sell stuff. I sold a whiteboard I wasn't using anymore. So I was like, well, I can use it to buy something. I still have a lot of stuff I want to sell I'm not using anymore. Not my razors though. I like my razors. Guys, you must be thinking this guy's nuts. I am so much impressed what this thing does. Now I have to be careful. I started to push on my face. I have to be really careful not to push. Like I said, I don't want to cut myself. I don't want to. I see some hairs there. That's weird. If you're thinking he's nuts, well, when you're my age, you have to take care of yourself. I don't like hairs like I'm a grandfather, because I'm not a grandfather yet. That's why we groom. Grooming is part of life, guys, especially when you get older. You just take care of yourself. I'm gonna stop. The other day I stopped right in time, and I was that's it. I used my I remember my blue blade. If you are wondering when not to use your blades anymore, you'll find out. Like for me, I'm like I said, I told you guys before, I don't have a lot of whiskers, and I don't, I'm Latino. I am from Central America, and one of my great grandparents was a native, so hardly any hair. Chest hairs I have too. I keep laughing. No, I don't mind, but I have no hair. So I'm maybe in a way fortunate, and sometimes I look at other guys that have this beautiful beard and everything. I'm like, wow, nice. But on the other hand, like I said, I'm fortunate, I guess. Oh goodness, wanted to cut myself at the side. And well, because of that, I hardly have to use like new blades every. I saw Kevy Shaves. He's one of the wet shavers. He's well known. He's got many followers. He everybody knows him. But yeah, he was using a blade for the fourth time, and he said, "Yeah, maybe next time I should only do it 3 times." Well, honestly, guys, that's not me though. I'm in a way fortunate because, yeah, I don't the blade doesn't get dull very quickly. I could use it quite some time, I guess. I think I could make the 7, maybe even the 10 times use, and then maybe throw it out. Wow, guys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can seriously say, not even a pinch. This is just insane. Wow. This stings. If you don't do it well, it will sting you. And nothing. Absolutely nothing. I am so much impressed. I am not kidding you guys. This is just insane. I'm gonna clean it out immediately because that's how I am. I'm a little bit of a neat freak. Well, honoring King C. Gillette today with the new King C. Gillette. Put it back in the paper. I wetted the paper a little bit because I dropped it. Dropped it in the sink. So. But I'm gonna put it where it belongs. Right in the little box here. And I mark it with a little dot. Like this one, I've used this one 5 times. See that? It's a little trick I learned from Kevy Shaves. And where is it? Oh, there it is. But what is this? I have to. It's still sharp though. The 5 times. Like I said, I'm very fortunate like that. I won't lie. And you know what? I haven't shown you guys. Is it in? No, it's on the outside. On the outside, I'll show you. Because I was looking into the little box. You know, it is stamped. It says, of course, it says Gillette right there, and it says made in the USA. The world, no. It says known the world over or something like that. It's amazing. Look at that, guys. There's even a little hole here. You can hold it like that. Oh goodness! Now I'm dropping it again. Darn. It's wet again. Oh, don't do that. Okay, guys. Sorry. But this is just, to me, it's amazing. I'm gonna put it back though. Known the world over. That's what it says. I couldn't remember it anymore. So yeah. A little bit of hot water. My little brush. This is not steel though. This is nylon. This is how I clean my razors. If you want to clean something, do it with something like this. It's nylon, so you won't hurt the metal. Don't use any products though. And if you use products, try to use detergent. It's also a little trick I learned from several YouTubers, especially if you're collecting. You don't want to. Some people don't clean it at all because they want to keep the patina. And I understand, but it's just not me. I like it shiny. I won't put any. Well, I might use some detergent, some washing detergent, where you wash your plates with. But I won't put any aggressive stuff on it. Oh man, this is just insane. Look at that. Just look at it. Wow. I'm very happy with my buy. I wasn't expecting this at all. I mean, a little bit, but this is just nuts. I like it. Oh, I wetted the inside of my little case here. Guys, this is just... Like I said, I always clean my stuff out, especially when I get it recent, you know, but I always put it back in pristine and clean. I saw there is a little tiny dent. You can hardly see it with your eyes, but there's a little dent here. Just tiny little dent. I don't think you can see it on the. Oh, you can see it a little bit. Just a tiny dent, but nothing major, and I like it. Man, this is just... I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. This I'm gonna put in again, maybe in what you call it, a little case thingy. Kind of, I don't know. I want to hang it up, but I want to make copies. Oh wow! The other day I said there's this guy who doesn't take the alum block off. That's not me. Once I forgot, and I got a. It wasn't a razor burn, but it was kind of a rash, kind of a thingy, because my skin couldn't handle it. It was a little bit too much. That was silly of me. I just forgot. My wife said, "You're a little rat." I was thinking, how is this ever possible? I shaved, and of course, you have to, and I wasn't pushing anything, and I was thinking about it. I was like in the store. I was like, I didn't get that stuff off my face, and then I got like a red rash. It wasn't horrible, but you could see it for a little bit. So that's what happened, because it was an old-fashioned shave. I got my friend here, which is my aftershave lotion. Kind of a bomb thingy. I like it. Shake it up. You don't need a lot, but you need something on your face. Don't fool yourself. Oh, I can do this. It's better to take care of your face. Your face will say thank you. Oh, this was an amazing shave. Took about an hour. Sorry, guys, but I just wanted to explain everything, and hope you liked it. All the information I have. Wow, this is just insane. And because I was a little bit bummed out, I'm gonna finish with Old Spice. I love Old Spice. Still bummed. A little bummed. Maybe one day I'll have one. I'm hoping because we had the regulations because of the corona, everything was, shops were closed and everything, but also markets, you couldn't go to the market, and even outside, it wasn't allowed. Oh gosh, that scent, I love that scent. I love all barber scent. That's what I've got for today, guys. I hope you liked this. I liked it. To me, it was a little treasure coming home. Like I said, I like history. I like things that are old, but still usable. Like I said, I'm always interested. How people were making stuff, and I'm from a poor country, and kind of, it can be poor, and I'm always fascinated. Like what I know, and I've never met the gentleman. My father, he was a mechanic. He was a wizard on cars. He could fix anything. That isn't me, though. I'm a numbers guy. I work on finance, so I'm a little bit handy. I can make stuff, but I don't get me behind a car. Well, I could drive a car, but not fix it. Like, I'm always impressed when people can do that. Of course, you got your training. I understand that, but like I said, I've never met my biological father, but he was a mechanic. not because of him, but I'm always fascinated that people could, you know, figure out to make stuff. You know, the first car, the first engine, and how everything worked. That's amazing. To me, in the Second World War, which blows me away, there were cars made by people, and the cars were they worked on wood, in the sense of they made a stove, and they had fire, and with that fire, it was possible to drive. I, to me, that's insane. To me, you're a genius. People who can build stuff like that, they're, in my eyes, they're geniuses, especially around those days. You know, the 1930s, really, they made a razor like that, and look at that, you got safety razor. I mean, listen up, people. This is something I really need to get off my chest. And I'm not, you know, I'm just being a little thorough. King C. Gillette wasn't the guy who invented the safety razor. There were two brothers, actually. I can't remember the names, but they were not King C. Gillette. King C. Gillette was the guy who kind of invented the disposable blades. That's kind of the story. You know, he was a salesman, and if you look at Gillette itself, they're into sales. They're into promoting. So, and he was thinking about it, and he had an idea, and one way or the other, I don't know. He had help, of course, but and he is actually the guy who was named as the inventor of the disposable blades, and that is also something I'm surprised about, in the sense that he would have something in his head, and he could find the people who could make it, you know. And to me, that's amazing, especially with these kinds of things. Like I said, if this was patent 1920, and make it like this, I'll show you guys again in a little box. I don't want to drop anything, so I'm gonna look at that. And still, after 92 years, have a shave like this. That's, to me, it's you're kudos. You get kudos from me. That's, I'm amazed. I don't know how you think, but this is, to me, you're a rock star. Seriously, you're a rock star. That's all I've got to say about that. Listen, I'm gonna stop now because I'm babbling. I'm just so excited. Thank you to the guy who sold me the razor, because I was kind of in a negotiation with him, and at the end I said, well, okay, it's a fair deal. It was a fair deal. So, and I bought it from him, and I'm very excited to have this in my collection. And no, thank you very much for selling me this. And well, this is all I've got for now. Guys, I hope you liked it. I hope you liked all the information I had. And if there is lacking, please tell me, ask me, whatever. Maybe add some information, because like I said, it says patent 1920, but I still do think it was made in 1930, which is 10 years later, which is a little bit surprising, because that's what the Razor Emporium says. And why is it patent in 1920 and only release in the 1930, so which is 10 years later. Anywho, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, give me a thumbs up if you like this. Share it if you want to show this to somebody who is into wet shaving or wants to go into wet shaving. Maybe he likes or she likes vintage stuff. I do, as you know. And well, you can put that notification bell if you want to subscribe. And if you do, it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much. And like I said, until next time, we'll do another shave with something else, and maybe the same razor, but maybe I'll use, I don't know, a feather. So that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much again, and well, until the next one. And don't forget, in this world, be kind to one another.